Thanks very much for staying with us. In other news that we are tracking, where the state has fallen for a stunt that has been put up by Yasin Malik, because he apparently went on a hunger strike in jail, and he has reportedly gotten the assurance to end his fast or the hunger strike that he had called for. When it comes to Yasin Malik discontinuing with his hunger strike, that lasted for around 10 days. What is being said, as far as he had announced that hunger strike, that he had been refused permission to appear physically in the terror case in Jammu, which he's a said accused, after which he was told that his demands have been conveyed to the officials, to the concerned. He has been now deferring his strike. So what is being said, that in a way the authorities have bowed before his hunger strike that was put up, the drama that was put up by Yasin Malik. The butcher of Hindus is being appeased, and for what? He's already been jailed for funding terrorism, but he went on a hunger strike apparently to put forth his demands. Now what is being said, that his demands have been conveyed to the higher ups and it will be considered. So Priyank, what exactly are those demands?
Up the phone. Yasin Malik was demanding that he wanted to go to Jammu for the trial which is happening in Jammu and Kashmir, but the authorities suggested that it would be better because of the security reasons that he should be, produced before the court through video conferencing. But as we know that Yasin Malik, who has already pleaded guilty in one of the cases, and he is convicted and he has been given the life imprisonment, started this drama, and he started protesting inside the Tihar jail prison, where he was kept inside the ward, where all these inmates who have been guilty or convicted in the case are being kept, and he is kept under a series of observation. Later to that, he went on a hunger strike which continued for many days, and he was in fact also taken to the hospital when his condition deteriorated and the BP level was also low. Yesterday, the Tihar jail authorities have conveyed it to him that all these demands of the list which he had raised has been given to the concerned authorities, for which Yasin has agreed, and he has said that I'm postponing this hunger strike for another 2 months. So certainly the drama is yet not over. He has once again given another timeline to the Indian authorities that he will once again go for the fast if his demands are not being given to him. So you can imagine the manner in which he is trying to dictate his terms, the manner in which he is trying to put the pressure, instead of him pleading guilty in the case of murder of the Air Force officers. So at this point of time,
Majid Hydari is with us on the phone line. Majid Hydari, now a terrorist like Yasin Malik, he goes on a fast. It is like he is putting up tantrums and drama in jail there because he wants to be physically present in a terror case in Jammu, knowing that there would be a security threat. Why is he putting up with such a drama?
Well, madam, what we know from the news reports is that the DG presence had gone to him and convinced him to break his fast. And that means that the government, the BJP government, has in fact tried to convince him that, sir, you kindly let go of your fast, go off. And that is how things have improved, and he is back to his routine in the prison. But the point is that, do we have such issues in prisons that prisoners need to go for hunger strike? That is the larger question, setting aside whether it's a terrorist or a criminal or whatever. But the point is, do we have such issues in our jails in the country that we need the DG prisons to go to a prisoner?
But remains to be seen, sir. He is a high security threat already. Thank you very much, Mr. Hydari. We have Mr. Amit Rana also with us. Sir, why exactly are the authorities giving in by assuring that his demands will be conveyed and heard?
I think the authorities need to realize that he's a dreaded terrorist, a criminal who has never ever followed the human rights himself. He has violated every norm in the book of humanity and human rights. So suddenly asking and demanding rights which do not even fulfill the legal requirement as required under the law is something weird, and I think probably the administration wanted to diffuse the tension because he's a high-priced terrorist in their custody, and they didn't want anything untoward to happen to him. Otherwise, I don't think he deserves any leniency when it comes to any rights of his, especially which are not within the parlance of the judicial system.
Right, but should he be given that much importance, Mr. Raina, because he's already been lodged in a high-risk jail in Tihar and he's been sentenced for life in a terror case, sir?
I think he should be given importance, and we should fast-track the cases which are pending against him, which includes the Rubiya Saeed kidnapping and killing of the 4 Air Force officers whose families are awaiting justice for last 30 years. So in 10th term, the importance needs to be given only in fast-tracking the cases which are pending against him, because mere life imprisonment is not going to satisfy the victims, the families of the victims. This is a case of the worst case of crime, and he needs to be hanged for it. I don't think the country wants anything less than that for a man like Yasin Malik.
Right. Mr. Raina, thank you very much for joining us. Priyank, if I can come back to you on that, what is being said that the DG has conveyed to Yasin Malik that his demands have been raised by him, have been sent to the relevant authorities, and an informed decision will be made.
Yeah, certainly. DG Prison, I just spoke to, Sandeep Goel, and he has also given the quote once again, because there was misinterpretation earlier in the morning where a few of the news websites quoted that all the demands have been fulfilled. That's why Yasin Malik has ended his fast. But the DG, Sandeep Goel, has specifically told it to Times that nothing like this was told to Yasin Malik. All he has been conveyed that his demands and the list of demands have been raised and given to the concerned authority. See, Indian law and the jail manual is very much clear that every prison who is under the supervision of the jail authorities will be given everything so that the legal action can be initiated. If something happens to Yasin Malik,
so-called fast for now. Let's see how the developments happen in this case. For the moment, thank you very much, Priyank. Let's quickly move on. We are getting the picture.